NFL fans, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Jay All Day Sports Show. My name is Jay, and I'm here to bring you the best NFL bets on YouTube. Guys, I cannot believe we've been through a whole season together, closing in on 13,000 subscribers. That's all because of you guys. And the fact that we're up 40% on our initial investment for this NFL season, guys. Only 2 weeks left, so I'm going to be a little bit more risky in these picks today. Week 17, Week 18, and that wraps up the regular season for the Jay All Day Sports Show. We're going to do a ton of playoff coverage as well, guys. So let's get into these picks. My best bets for Week 17 coming up. All right, NFL fans, let's break down my Week 17 picks. And you got to remember with sports betting, it's not necessarily how much money you're making per bet. It's per unit. Whether this is a $5 bet like I have on the Detroit Lions, or it's a $100 bet, right? So this is coming in at minus 185. So we're making about 60% on this bet because the Detroit Lions are favorites. It's not quite even money. But you got to remember, it's units. It is not about the dollar amount. And you want to be up units on the year. So my first bet, money line bet on the Detroit Lions, coming in at minus 185. I love the Lions in the spot. The 49ers are reeling. No Trent Williams. I think the Detroit Lions lock it up. And they're still competing for that number one seed with the Minnesota Vikings. So in a must-win spot, I'm going with the Detroit Lions. Next up, Minnesota Vikings at home, also in a must-win spot. At home, it looks like Green Bay is going to be without Christian Watson. That's why I really like this Minnesota Vikings pick. The Vikings have a really good defense. They're playing at home, and their offense, they're just a little bit better than the Packers in pretty much every category, in my opinion. That's why I'm comfortable laying pretty much even money on the Minnesota Vikings. Next up, we got a 6-team parlay. We have some underdogs just sprinkled in with some favorites. Lions and Bills are my favorites. And then here are some underdogs: Panthers, Cowboys, Browns, Falcons. The Panthers have been playing pretty good, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are extremely inconsistent, right? So if the Panthers won, I would not be surprised at all. The Cowboys playing the Eagles. It looks like Jalen Hurts isn't going to play. I know CeeDee Lamb is out as well, but the Philadelphia Eagles offense we saw last week, very pedestrian with Kenny Pickett at the quarterback position. Miami Dolphins, Cleveland Browns. We all know the Miami Dolphins aren't the best at playing in cold weather. It's going to be cold as shit in Cleveland. This could be a sloppy game coming down to a field goal at the end. I definitely think they have a chance at winning this game. And then Atlanta Falcons played great last week in the introduction to the NFL of Michael Penix Jr., right? Commanders need to win this game. That's the one I'm a little iffy about. You could probably do this parlay as well without the Falcons, but I want to add a little bit of juice because I have some bets on the Commanders in some other parlays, and this kind of will help for only a $2 bet to win $521. I love that juice. Here's a 3-team favorites parlay: Dolphins, Bills, Colts. I really like this spot for these teams. Must-win spot for Miami. Must-win spot for the Colts, and the Bills at home should dominate the Jets, who just aren't playing for anything right now. 2-team parlay. This is probably my favorite bet of the week, guys. I'm actually making this my bet of the week. Bet alert, bet of the week. Let's go. Chargers on the road, Lions on the road, taking on the Patriots and 49ers respectively. The Chargers need to win this game. Absolutely must-win spot. The Dolphins and the Colts are knocking at the door, so the Chargers cannot afford to lose this game, especially against a very, very terrible New England Patriots team. The Chargers have kind of had a weird couple stretches of weeks. They got blown out 2 weeks ago by the Buccaneers. They need to come in here, get their confidence back if they want to win some games in the playoffs. I like this spot. And the Lions over the reeling 49ers all day. I just love. That's my bet of the week, guys. Here is a $5 8-team parlay. We hit a 9-team parlay earlier a few weeks ago, crushed it 16 times our money. This could potentially be even better, guys. This is a 20x opportunity. Colts, Bills, Commanders, Lions, Eagles, Rams, Raiders, Vikings. Woo! I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Next up, we got a 3-team parlay. I love this bet too. This might even actually be better than the parlay I put with the two teams a little bit earlier in the Chargers and the Lions. Adding the Buffalo Bills to this mix just gives us a little more juice, guys. And the Bills at home, 7-0 at home this year, just adds another layer to the parlay. You know, division games are tough. That's why I didn't add them to all my parlays, right? So you never know. And division games get wonky, but that's why I love the Chargers and the Lions. And adding the Bills to this just gives us a little more juice, guys. I love it. All right, next up, I have the Dallas Cowboys. I bought 1.5. Okay, CeeDee Lamb's out. It looks like Jalen Hurts is not going to play. I think this game is going to be close. 8.5. I don't know if the Eagles can win by 10 points. I like this bet for the Cowboys at 8.5. Now that CeeDee Lamb is out, I may cash out on this and do a smaller amount bet, maybe like $5 or something like that. We'll have to see how the injury report plays out over the next couple days, but I'm pretty confident this is going to be a close game. The Cowboys had the potential to win it because Kenny Pickett was just not very good. I look for the Eagles to run the ball a lot in this spot. Next up, for my bets for Week 17, another two-team parlay that I really, really like. Washington Commanders at home in a must-win spot, and the Detroit Lions. I love the Lions this week. I'm probably going the hardest on the Lions. Listen, when you have a first-round bye on the line, you are coming to play. The 49ers are without Trent Williams, no Christian McCaffrey, no Brandon Ayuk on the 48th string running back. Listen, I love the Lions in this spot 100%. And then we got a 16 parlay, mixing up some favorites and a few underdogs. Cowboys, Panthers, Raiders, Bills, Commanders, Lions. $5 to win, $381. Mixing it up a little bit here, guys. I'm just doing a couple $5 long shot parlays to really try to nail one of these and make some cash for all my members. Another bet I really like, $10 bet. I bought 1.5 down from 5. The Chargers given 3.5. I think they should easily beat New England by 10 points, in my opinion. That defense is really stingy. I like the Chargers in this spot. And another spot, guys, another spot where I bought 0.5 point. Detroit Lions down from -4 to -3.5. This line continues to go up as we get further and further in the week, but I saw this opportunity earlier in the week, and I love it. For you guys, you might have to buy 1 point or 1.5 point, but if you can get the Lions at 3.5 or under, I think that is an amazing bet, guys. Amazing bet, not a ton of risk. All right, guys, there it is. There are my Week 17 bets. Which one is your favorite, guys? I think for, all intents and purposes, this $10 bet, Lions, Bills, Chargers, that's a great bet, man. That's a great bet. Some of these two legs, I love the Chargers, Lions as well. I really, really like and think you guys should focus more on my single plays or my 2 or 3 team parlays. The big ones, they're super risky. They're just lottery tickets, guys, and I want you to understand that as you're making your bets going forward. We're up 40% on the year. I'm super happy with that. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Thank you to all my members. Peace.